before they came to our school, they haven't received the proper education in reading a real book. Many of their teachers even don't know how to teach literacy. After they joined to our school, they found it hard to cope with the requirement in reading and writing in English, and many of them turned them away from the reading. As a librarian, I'm thinking, how can I help them? Then an idea comes up. Can I invite someone who knows the literature very well and who can deliver a very good literature appreciation workshop to them? So on the 30th October, my dream comes to true. We have 16 workshop speakers involved in the festival, and we received a lot of help from different people. Among them, a group of Chinese students gave me a lot of help. I'm going to share with you how do I engage in those Chinese students into my event organization. The first thing is be frank to them and know what I want to do and what's my expectation to them. Am I clearly deliver my message to them? Am my expectation reasonable to them? April this year, I started to plan my event. After 3 weeks hard work, we made our very first draft. And then I showed the draft to my colleague, and she pointed out 2/3 of my workshops are culture-related workshop, not literature-related. I was very upset because many of my efforts has gone, but things already happened. I have to move things forward. So on the 4th meeting with my helper groups, I told them we've made a good foundation of the planning, and now there's some workshops needed to change in this way. So then the workshop was related to the literature workshop. And the third thing, I told them what help I needed from them and what's my expectation. After my frank conversation with them, the good thing is some of them told me they'd rather involve into the logistics help, and some of them said I'd rather to be a poster designer, and someone even recommended me a student to do poetry recital in the performance part of the event. So this is the first thing I learned. When I organize an event, do I know the purpose very well? Do I know my topic very well? If things go wrong, we have to think things forward, don't think back. And the second thing I learned is the importance of empowerment. My chief designer is Kimi Bai. Oh. Hey. Anyway, when she showed me the first design, when I look at the design, I found the lettering give me the information. This event is about culture related, not literature related. Then bye-bye. Then I point out, Kimi, we are celebrating British literature and Chinese literature. This is why I call this event Cross-Culture Literary Festival. In the heading, we shouldn't separate the word literature with other words. She understands it, and then she made me the second version of design. The second version, I found that it's a bit mess. So what I did is I showed her these 3 designs made by professional designer and explained to her why some parts on the design are blank and why we need to put the key information together and at a particular position, and what's the symbolic meaning of the color. 2 days later, she emailed me. She said, now I understand what's the symbolic meaning of the color. And second, she said, Ms. Zhao, you suggested me to use the red color, the blue color, and the white color for my design. I tried, but I feel this 3 color reminds me the Coca-Cola and Pepsi, not associated with the literature. So she said, I like to try to use these 3 colors for the lettering, but with the light color as background color. And third, she suggested to use pop art for the design. I think as she has idea, and this design can reflect a good image of the festival. Why not to use it? So I agreed. And then she gave me the third design. I hope. Oh. After the further conversation, she gave me the fourth design. This is her second design.
I think there's a problem. When you're clicking,
Yeah.
if you let me click, it's going to be easier.
Okay, you click. This is the second. It looks a bit mess. I can go to the next slide. This is the example I showed her. Why we need some space, blank space on the design, and why we keep the keywords together, and what's the symbolic meaning of the colors. And next, this is three color I recommend. The blue color, red color, and red color stand for the British. And the red color also has a meaning of lucky in terms of Chinese culture. And the red color also is one of official color of college. So I said, if we use these three colors, this may remind people British, college, and China. Next. And this is the example Kimi showed me. She said, if we use the pop art, some part of the lettering seems missing, but this generates the curiosity of audience to the poster, to wonder more from the poster. And next. This is the third version she created. And next. This is the last version she created for our literary festival. From this I learned our children do have some ideas. When they want to speak out their ideas, they already generate a lot of courage. They need someone who can recognize their talents and give them constant encouragement. And then they were willing to learn more and work harder on their work. And next. So this is how the design developed. Next. Next, please. And the next thing I learned is be tolerant. Next, please. The girl on his left called Rosa Tang. She is the only student speaker for the festival. 1 month before the event, she sent me her speech script with 1,000 words. And she also listed a number of things for me to purchase to support her workshop. However, 1 week before, her friend Sunny Dai told me she was sent to hospital because of illness. I was very worried, but I couldn't drag her out from the hospital. So I asked Sunny Dai to forward her message. Take care of yourself very well, don't worry about others. Then magic thing happened. One night before the event, the doctor allowed her to leave the hospital to the school. On the day of the event, she dressed up beautifully and present on the workshop with the help of Sunny Dai. And this is the second thing I learned. We will have some unexpected things happen, but if the unexpected things happen, we have to face a challenge. And some people in the trouble at that time, we can't push these people in the corner. What they need is care and comforts. So we need to give people care and comforts. And we also have to face a challenge. This is the second thing I learned. And third thing, next slide. And not this one, next. Next. Oh, it's finished. The third thing is give the full trust to our students. As I showed you these pictures, the group of students, many of them I didn't have direct contact often with them, but when I sent my help request to them, I told them very clearly what's the help I needed from them to support the guest speakers. And in the end, they all turned up and then make the things I required. So this is what I learned from my event organization. First is, as an event organizer, do I have a clear understanding of the purpose of the event? Second, do I have enough knowledge to run this event? And the third, when people are in the trouble, we need to give them the help. even when people are in trouble, I'm also in the trouble. As a leader, I have to have courage to facing the challenge. And fourth is be open-minded to the different opinions, even opinions different from yours. So things will get better. Maybe not perfect, but this event is student-led. You should allow something not perfect to happen. So this is how I engage my students into the cross-cultural literary festival organization. Thank you.
First thing I say, I'm afraid we have had a technical fail on that sound with the KISS presentation from Australia. When audio was unplugged, I could talk to them, no problem. When we plug audio, I can't get it on the audio in this space.